Well, he's the host and creator of Arkansas's first bilingual community podcast. Irvin Camacho is joining us.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Hey, welcome.
Thank you all for the invitation. So excited to be here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for coming up.
Let's talk about District 3 podcast. You created that. Why did you want to create that podcast for our community?
I just felt we needed a platform specifically for bilingual speaking folks to talk about issues that affect our communities and also to highlight good people in our community that are doing good work. From all aspects of life, pretty much.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's dig into some of those topics that you discuss. One of your recent interviews was with Berenice from Interform.
Yes.
What was that one about?
So we talked about DACA. DACA, for the folks that don't know, is Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, which is a work permit that undocumented people are able to have here in the U.S. so that they can work, so they can go to school, so they can get a driver's license. And Berenice and Suzuki, who are our guests in that episode, they were talking about their journey, how they had to overcome so many obstacles to be able to get to where they're at today, and to just encourage folks that it's possible, you know, to be what you want to be, even if sometimes the country puts some hurdles on your way.
Sure, absolutely. You've even had a chance to interview our Crystal Martinez here
Yes,
at KNWA. Fill us in on the tea there.
Yeah,
what did y'all talk about?
So Crystal talked, just about being Mexican American and also, being raised here in this country, sometimes being forced to like not speak Spanish, like being raised as someone who, like your parents will tell you, speak English because we want people to like feel like you're part of this country and stuff. And how complicated that can be because your family wants you sometimes to speak English, but then sometimes your other family wants you to speak Spanish, and just that in between sometimes of not knowing, not feeling like you're from here, but not feeling like you're from your parents' native land as well.
Yeah.
So just that struggle and also just overcoming that, to be where Crystal is at today. And I'm so proud when I see her on TV of everything she's doing and will be doing in the future.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
When did you launch the podcast?
Back in 2019.
Okay.
So we're getting close to the 4-year mark now.
Yeah.
And we're about to record episode 170 this week.
Whoa.
It's a milestone.
Nice.
That's
Congratulations.
impressive.
Thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Through those 170 episodes, any tips that you've learned, anything that you feel like you would give to people maybe interested in starting their own podcast?
I think that everyone can do it. There's now free resources online where you can record. There's really nothing stopping you. You can record on your phone. That's how I started.
Really?
I started recording on my phone, and then we went to a radio station, and then now we're at KUAF, and we're on their platforms as well. So I definitely think that, you find an interesting topic that you want to talk about. There's so many interesting people in our communities. As we can tell today, there's so many interesting people here.
Absolutely.
There's people that want to be interviewed and tell their story and tell what they're working on. So there's definitely resources and people to interview. So I definitely feel that people should feel encouraged to do so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
One thing that you all at home don't get to see that we love seeing here in studio is when we have guests and they make those connections together.
It's amazing.
And so we saw a little bit of that happening between yourself and the ladies from Black Owned NWA. And so that's really what we're here for, is to let people know what's happening, but then also make those connections in the community with people, because we have so many amazing people. To your point, and the purpose of the podcast is to highlight what's happening.
Yeah, it's so great to see people handing business cards or meeting for the first time or saying, I'm going to follow up with you about that.
Yes.
Let's get lunch or whatever, and it all is happening here. And I'm sure you have a familiarity with that on your podcast as well when you can all come together.
Yeah, it gives me a reason. Sometimes, you see people in the community, you're like, I want to meet this person,
Yes.
but I don't know how to approach them. And it's like, hey, I have a podcast. Come through. Let's talk. Let's get to know each other live on the air.
That's
So it definitely gives me a reason to meet so many amazing people in our community.
If our viewers want to listen into your podcast, what's the best way to do that? Where are you?
You can check us out on KUAF platforms. If you go to KUAF.com, we're there. But also any place that you can listen to podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and sometimes on YouTube. We're everywhere. So just check us out, District 3 Podcast.
District 3, that's the place.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Good to meet you in
Yes.
person.
Same
Yeah.
pleasure.
Yeah,
And
for
I feel like I manifested this, so I'm excited to be here. Thank you all.
I like that. Excited to have you.